This is Donald Scott. Don is the North Shore distributor for Santos Nuts, and he is going nuts. These boxes in his home are full of Santos products that you would see on any supermarket shelf. The food in them, nuts and other confectionery items, has gone past the best before date and can no longer be sold. Since working for the business, Don has also discovered that the wasted goods cannot be disposed of.
It's the pile of wasted stock is just growing. So, as I say, there's no real outlet that I've been able to discover at the moment to get rid of them, either through a charity or through the normal municipal tips.
Every week, Don accumulates at least $200 worth of returned Santos products. He cannot give the stock to his Santos suppliers, and food shelters in the area have refused his offers to donate because of allergy concerns. Don says the food is still edible for at least 3 months after the best before date and is frustrated by the waste.
I don't fully understand how those dates are arrived at. It was just an arbitrary 12 months from packaging date or whatever, but it just seems to me that that there's a lot of unnecessary wastage when, especially sort of charity and homeless people, and there's a huge requirement for nutritional foodstuffs out there, and I'm unable to assist by giving away the stock that I can no longer sell.
Don says the organisations that collect and distribute donated food are being too cautious in this particular circumstance. Victor Chu, a volunteer for the Exodus Foundation's food van, says that charities are too selective when it comes to accepting donated goods. He says that the people who rely on the free food service complain about the lack of diversity in the meals they are served.
The variety of food every night isn't very much. Basically, most nights of the week, it's bread, some sort of fruit salad, and vegetable curry. So just having different stuff would make the homeless people's lives more interesting. They get different variety of food as well. With all these rules and regulations, so many people are being left out, and a lot of people aren't getting stuff which they could potentially get that's perfectly okay to be taken and eaten.
Victor says that a lot of restaurants and catering companies are unaware of the new laws on donating foodstuffs and are wasting vast amounts of edible food. The revised legislation states that businesses are protected from liability if the food is safe to eat when it leaves the possession or control of the donor. Chilby Haig, a waitress for St Andrews College, agrees that too much food is being thrown away.
I work in the kitchens at Drew's, and the major issue is the amount of waste that we have with throwing out food. Every night they set an extra 5 or 6 tables in case people turn up, but a lot of people actually eat out. Every night we throw out about 5 to 6 or 7 roasts, vegetables, bread rolls, soup, gravy, everything, straight into the bin.
Freeman Lamb, the catering manager for St Andrews, says that where possible, he tries to predict meal numbers and reuse leftover food. He agrees that a lot is wasted but refuses to donate the food because of liability fears.
The important thing is out of our control. Once leave our kitchen, you never know what they are going to do, especially to a charity place. They may not afford to have a refrigerated truck, and also they may not have a proper chef to handle the food properly, because it's like a second hand. Yeah, but at the end, if they got poisoned or sick, they will blame the restaurant or where the food come from. Yeah, that's my most concern. Yes.
Collectively, Australians waste $5.2 billion worth of food each year. The environmental consequences of this are huge. Scarce water resources and land space are wasted, and greenhouse gas emissions are generated through decomposition in landfills. Julian Fife, Senior Research Consultant for Sustainable Futures, has created a website for exchanging waste products. He says that authorities should free up the options for reusing and redistributing food.
Food is actually an easy target when it comes to recovering resources, because you can intervene. Everyone can intervene themselves to help make a better decision about where it goes.
Until the donating food laws become more consistent, Don will have to keep his family's lounge room as the permanent storeroom for wasted stock. Meanwhile, food shelters will have to make do with the standard donations: Campbell's soup and bread.